What's up guys, welcome back to Blowback TV. My name is Indigo and today we will be introducing the VFC HK33 and HK53 at Tier 1 game mode. Now Tier 1 game mode was nice enough to borrow us their field and let us use it for our shooting and for us to test out the gun, which is in reality getting a bunch of products from the company so then we could shoot it at a random place without the boss monitoring us. So what I have in my hands right now is the VFC HK33. We'll move on to the HK53 later, but what's really special about this is that we have the limited edition Picatinny handguard right here. And as you can see, it is absolutely fabulous with a lot of rail space for you to put on any accessories that you need. It essentially is very, very easy to put on. All you have to do is to push the takedown pin on your original handguard, take off the original handguard, fit this right on and screw the takedown pin back on, and then you're good to go. So it's very easy in that regard. And I also want to talk about the gun and the optic itself, but let's move on to the gun first. The gun itself is a VFC HK33 with a full steel upper receiver. On the bottom, we have a very nice and true marking lower receiver. As you can see, we call it the trigger group. In the back, we have the VFC fixed stock. It's all very, very high quality, and also everything is very, very sturdy. So it's what I like about VFC's gun nowadays, is that they're making everything super high quality in all steel, and it's using the best systems possible with all the best markings. Now this is also Umarex, which means that it is licensed by Heckler & Koch, which means you will get the most realistic markings, the most accurate scale in all of the parts. And as you can see, even with the magazine, you have the very, very accurate markings here as well. So VFC is very, very detail oriented in that regard. Let's try a little bit of a build drill first, so then we could see how this gun performs. I'm going to use the middle target right there. I shot a couple ones into Charlie. Let's shoot at the alpha zone. All right, without further ado, let's do it. So it's not the exact build drill that we hope, but it's because I haven't completely fully filled up the magazine before I started shooting this little part. But as you can see, when I'm aiming at the alpha zone, everything is there. Look at that accuracy. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the HKK, maybe it's the HK33, or maybe it's all three mashed up together. But as you can see, the performance is absolutely amazing. And let's try out another build drill on the target in the right and make sure that I have my magazine filled up. Okay, so what we're at now is we are at a target of around 10 meters. What we were just now is around at a distance of around 6 meters. So let's try it out again. Always love the HK charging handle. All right, wow, look at that. As we can see, all the targets are in the A zone again. Well, I mean, one is out, two is out. Now, as you can see, the gun is performing very, very consistently. And I love that when it's matched up with the HKK optic. The fact is, when you put the gun up right there, you could just see the dot immediately without having to move your chin really down, which is also a very nice thing about HK style fixed stocks in general. They know that you have a very fat chin, like me. They know that you're gonna wear masks, gas masks, or whatever. And also, of course, H&K knew that, airsofters would be wearing lower face masks back in the 1970s. So they absolutely designed this just so you could put your mesh mask right up on the stock. Now let's try to build drill again with the target on the left. Let me mark it down first. Now, one thing to be aware of when you are using this gun, which we have run into many times while we are filming this, is that you always want to make sure that this little rectangle is moved to the middle, so then it could feed gas in. Now the reason being is that they have a mechanism in which they really cut off the gas flow, but make sure you always flick it to the middle if you want to shoot people. Now let's try a build drill on the target in the left. All right, let's see. As we can see, not all A zones, but as you can see, the grouping is very, very close together. I'm gonna try to build drill once more at the head of the middle target. All right, let's see this. Wow, look at that. Okay, I think it's a little bit of my fault, as when I was shooting, I was going up from the middle. Now let's check the target. As you could see, I have an alpha and I have a Charlie. Yikes. Bruh. Okay, what do we have? 2 Charlies. Yeesh. Okay, Alpha and a Charlie. But as you can see, you know, even from a distance of 10 meters, it is that consistent. And the lack of accuracy, I think, is largely because of me. But we won't admit that. But we're also not saying that it's a mechanical fault. Let's try it out again. And obviously, let's do the HK slap. Now, I know that with airsoft guns, you're really scared. Oh yeah, will it break? Whatever. It's VFC, it's full steel. It's gonna be okay. As we could see, one Alpha and one Charlie. Two Alphas. Let's go, let's go, let's go. An Alpha and a Charlie. All right, now let's try to do headshot drills. Because we already used the one in the middle to do a headshot build drill, we're gonna use the ones on the left and right to actually test the accuracy of this gun, and I'm gonna shoot slowly. Let's try this out. Obviously, we gotta do the HK slap again before they take this away from me. All right, let's see what we have. 2 shots. All right, let's see. Well, I clipped the hair a little. So you could see that, you know, even handheld, this gun is very, very consistent. It's very, very reliable. And what's funny about this actually is the fact that it is fully original. The gun out of the box, it is original, and all of the internals we didn't swap. All we did was swap the handguard, and you could already get this level of accuracy even with a handheld gun. Imagine what it can do when it's fully stabilized on a table, but we're not gonna do that because we're airsofters. We're not supposed to be testing stuff on the table. What you think your opponent is gonna wait for you to put it on the table, put it on a little tripod and have them shoot at you? This is what you're gonna get, you know? Especially with my accuracy, this is what you're gonna get. The lower trigger group, you could actually interchange with the VFC MP5 series, which means that if this fails, which it won't, okay? But if it fails, you are welcome to switch it out, or if you want another style of a lower. So this is what we have for the HK33. Let's move on to the HK53. So as you can see, what I have in my hands is the HK53, the obviously smaller brother of the HK33. Now, what's special about the HK53 is that it is using around an 8-inch barrel, as opposed to the HK33, which is using a 15-inch barrel. So what I would say the comparison is this is a M4 CQBR, okay, essentially. And what you have in the HK33 is the 14.5-inch longer version of the gun. Now, if you're always going for CQB skirmishes like I am, you would want to go for the 8-inch version. What's also special about the 8-inch version is that it fits most of the MP5 handguards out there, so third-party original MP5 handguards. Now, my colleague here fitted a VFC MP5 flashlight handguard over here. So as you could see, it's using the VFC MP5 handguard. It is very, very capable, very. For the buttstock, it's also using the MP5A5 retractable buttstock. So it's very compatible with all of the parts that are already available, especially the externals, and even the trigger group you could change to the MP5A5. If it were up to me, I would choose the HK53 because of its versatility in CQB environments. But the 15-inch obviously doesn't feel like a 15-inch, and especially if you put on a retractable stock, it will be a completely different story. So which one are you going to get? Leave us a comment down below. And also make sure to let us know what gun you want to see in the future on our channel, and I'll petition the boss to let us bring it out, you know, shoot a couple mags for my personal fun, okay? And obviously for your viewership and enjoyment. So make sure to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. It's our KPI, okay? So that we could keep doing more of these videos for you, and visit our shop and visit our online shop, because we will be having these in stock very, very soon, and they'll be gone very, very soon as well. We'll see you there.